Do you actually know what your cat is thinking when you're right in the middle of a focused work session and they suddenly jump onto your desk and plant themselves right on top of your laptop? To most owners, it's just a funny, slightly annoying habit that we laugh off or try to gently push aside so we can finish an email. We joke that they're being a help or that they just want attention. But behind that small, inconvenient move, there is something much deeper that most people completely miss. It is one of the most emotionally revealing things your cat can do, and if you misread what they're really saying, which most owners do, you might be ignoring a message they've been trying to send you for years. Because when a cat chooses your laptop as their bed, they aren't just being a thief of your time. They are making a statement about who you are to them, how they process their own safety, and how they view your role as the leader of their world. Today, we're looking at exactly why your cat sits on your laptop, and more importantly, what it reveals about the secret language of your relationship. Let's start with the reason that is hidden in their very biology. Have you ever touched your laptop after it's been running for an hour? It's warm, obviously, but to your cat, that warmth isn't just nice, it's actually a biological necessity. Here's something most owners have no idea about. Cats have a much higher baseline body temperature than humans. While we sit comfortably around 98.6 degrees, your cat is running between 100 and 102.5 degrees. This means that what feels perfectly fine to you in a room might actually feel slightly cold to them. Your cat is essentially a heat vampire, constantly scanning the environment for energy sources to help regulate their body temperature without having to burn their own extra calories. In their eyes, your laptop is like a perfectly preheated bed that is available exactly when they need it. Researchers have found that cats are incredibly efficient at finding these microclimates. They could sleep in a sunny spot or a radiator, but those things aren't always active. Your laptop, however, is generating consistent heat right in front of them. By sitting there, they're being smart about survival, choosing a heat source that allows their nervous system to relax. But if heat was the only reason, they would sit on any warm appliance in the house, yet they choose the one you are currently using. Your cat's sense of smell is about 14 times stronger than yours. While you see a silver or black piece of technology, your cat smells a scent landscape. Because you spend hours touching those keys and resting your palms on the surface, your laptop is drenched in the most concentrated version of you that exists in the house, your natural oils and your unique body chemistry. To your cat, your scent is not just a smell, it is a signal that says safe. A study found that cats exposed to their owner's scent showed significantly lower stress markers than when they were around strangers. When your cat curls up on your keyboard, they are essentially wrapping themselves in your presence, even if you aren't actively petting them. It's like a child hugging their parent's pillow to feel secure. They are seeking closeness in the only form available while you are occupied. In the feline world, scent is the primary way they recognize family and define their territory. By sitting on your laptop, they are performing a ritual of scent mixing, merging their pheromones with yours to create a shared colony smell. They are saying, "This spot is yours, but you are mine." If you're starting to see your cat's annoying habits as a deep sign of respect, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us reach more cat lovers who want to understand the secret language of their feline friends. Have you ever wondered why your cat ignores the expensive cat bed you bought them, but insists on sitting exactly where you are trying to work? It's not a coincidence, and it's not just about comfort. Cats are master observers. They watch who fills the food bowl, who opens the doors, and who controls the flow of the day. Over time, they build a mental map of what is important in the household. If they see you spending 3, 4, or 8 hours a day staring at and touching this one specific object, their brain concludes that the laptop is a high-status resource.
In feral colonies, the best resting spots and the most important territory always flow around the most dominant individuals. When your cat takes your specific spot, they are acknowledging that you are the leader. By sitting on the laptop, they get to absorb some of that status and importance for themselves. It's not an act of rebellion, it's an act of social alignment. They want to be where the action is, because in their world, being near the leader is the safest place to be.
One of the most fascinating discoveries in recent years is that cats actually engage in social learning. For a long time, people thought cats were too independent to care about what we do. But a 2020 study from the University of Vienna found that cats watch their owners, absorb their patterns, and adjust their behavior based on what they observe. Your cat studies you like a student studies a teacher. When they see you relaxing or focused in that one chair, using that one device, they see it as your power spot, the place where you feel most comfortable and secure. Because they trust you unconditionally, they assume that if it's good enough for you, it must be the best place in the house for them too. This is called social modeling. They are mirroring your energy levels and your routines. If you are calm and focused at your computer, they want to be calm and focused right there with you. They are syncing their internal clock to yours, overriding thousands of years of evolutionary independent timing just so they can spend more time existing in your world at the same time you do. Have you ever noticed your cat moving toward your laptop before you've even fully sat down? You might think they're psychic, but really, they are just better at reading you than you are at reading yourself. Cats are absolute masters of pattern recognition. They study your micro movements all day long without you ever realizing it. The way you shift your weight before standing, the specific sound you make when you put your phone down, or the little sigh you let out before starting work. To you, these are meaningless gestures. To your cat, they are a countdown. They don't need to understand what you're doing on the computer, they just recognize the signals that lead to you occupying that space. They've seen the pattern thousands of times, so when they jump on your laptop within seconds of you leaving it, or even as you're sitting down, it's not luck, it's a calculated move. They've timed it perfectly because they want to capture that warmth and that scent before it fades. They have mastered your routine better than you have. In the wild, a cat's survival depends on being cautious about where they rest and when they let their guard down. Vulnerability is dangerous, and sleep is risky. For a predator, choosing the wrong spot could mean not waking up at all. When your cat walks past every other quiet corner in your home and chooses to sit on your laptop while you are right there, they are making a profound statement of trust. Your laptop is essentially the shared nest. By sitting there, they're placing themselves in their most vulnerable state, often with their back to the room, because they believe completely that you will protect them. This is what psychologists call a secure attachment style. Your presence tells their entire nervous system that the environment is safe. They aren't being clingy, they are using you as their safe base. To your cat, you are not just a person who provides food. You are the one presence that allows them to fully melt and be themselves. Sometimes, sitting on the laptop isn't just about scent or warmth. It's a deliberate interruption. Cats have a completely different approach to communication than dogs. While a dog might bark or whine to get your attention, a cat often uses low-pressure signals. If your cat puts their paw on the screen or sits directly on the keys you are typing on, they are using a controlled, intentional tap to say, "Excuse me." They've learned that you are basically deaf to their silent body language, the tail flicks and the slow blinks, so they have to physically block the thing you are focusing on to get through to you. If your cat chooses this quiet way to ask for attention, instead of knocking things off the counter or meowing nonstop, it means they trust you to respond without them having to escalate. They are making a request for you to stay or to acknowledge them as part of the moment.
When you look down at that furry weight on your keyboard today, remember that it was never just about the laptop. It is a ritual of scent blending, a sign of respect for your status, and a biological seal of approval. Your cat doesn't see you as a human owner. They see you as a really big, slightly clumsy cat who belongs in their colony. That laptop is the center of your territory, and by sitting there, they are telling the world and you that you belong to each other.
Your cat doesn't need you to be a perfect worker or a master of technology. They just need you to be there. Because in the world of cats, choosing your seat isn't just a habit. It's their way of saying that even when you're busy, you are their safe place, their protector, and their home. So the next time your cat steals your laptop, don't just shoo them away in frustration. Take a slow breath, give them a slow blink, and enjoy the fact that you have been officially chosen as the most important thing in their world.